Interested in taking part? Fill out the form. The link is in the description below.
Books we read. Books we read. La 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 la
Welcome to Between the Pages. Today we're joined by Muktesh, a 10-year-old who has a unique preference for textbooks over storybooks. Alongside his academic interests, Muktesh has a deep passion for cricket, badminton, and of course, football. Let's welcome Muktesh. Hi Muktesh, welcome to Between the Pages. How are you?
Fine.
Uh, would you like to introduce yourself?
So my name is Muktesh Majumdar. I live in Bangalore, but not fully in Bangalore, somewhat outside Bangalore in Anekal. And my hobbies is playing football and cricket. Most of my hobbies are so. Another hobby is badminton.
Ooh, that's
And,
interesting.
and I like to read study books more than story books.
Okay. And how has life been recently?
Not that much. Mostly I'm working on a RC car project.
What is that?
I'm RC means remote control. So I'm trying to make a remote control car out of cardboard.
Wow. So how's it going?
Going good, but it has got delayed because I don't yet have the remote and a fitting. So
Okay.
that's why it has got delayed.
Okay. And what book are you here with today?
So today I have a science book which is called New Wider World from Oxford.
And how did you come across this book?
I came across this book as our father buys a lot of books and there's IGCSE books. So one of the books were this New Wider World from Oxford. So as I was reading many of them, I found interest in this book.
Okay. And um, I researched about the book and I found out it's for 10th graders. So was it simple to understand?
I can understand most of this as I'm always reading different kinds of grades book, so it felt easy for me to understand.
Okay, all right. Which chapter in the book did you find the most interesting?
I think I like chapter. I forgot his number, but it is. I like ecosystems, which is chapter 14. Rocks and soils, which is chapter 15. Then I like tectonics, which is chapter 16. And I'm just liking. I like almost all the chapters except population migration, and
Why?
because it feels boring.
Okay. And can you share a fascinating fact or piece of information from the book that you didn't know before?
I think it's a case study which I found in. I think I forgot this chapter, but it was in Alaska, a case study. So there is a suppose there's a enormous oil tanker because the earlier seaport which the oil used to be traveled to was destroyed. So the ships had to take a dangerous route through, I think I forgot its name, that gulf. But it was a gulf full of those ice and all, but it's not that true as it's mostly empty. So as one of the ships went floating through the route. So as it was driving, it hit an oil spilled around a big area. So I got the place of the name. Its name is Prince William Sound. So
Okay.
it spread around it, and they were cleaning. Two things about it was that the driver was drunk. That's why there was no co-pilot to turn the ship. So the ship was thinking it's going in right way, but it crashed into I think a rock, and then it spilled around. So I think it can, and they say it has removed the ecosystem from there a lot. So now it has recovered a bit nowadays. So that's the end of the case study, but I don't know which one is it. I think it's in rocks and soils.
Okay. And did reading this book change the way you think about other countries?
Not that much.
Okay. Can you think of something that you learned in the book that might be useful in real life?
I think the rocks and soils.
Okay.
Because it says also the ways we can stop from erosion. As a lot of
Mm-hmm.
erosion is happening.
If you could create a new chapter for this book, what topic would it cover and what would you want to learn more about?
Magnetic fields.
Okay. Why?
From physics is because I like mostly about this magnets, electricity. That's mostly what I like. So that's why I'm mostly around physics, sometimes chemistry, but mostly physics.
All right.
But
Yeah, you can
I
continue.
like I like maths and physics.
Okay, those are the worst subjects. I hate them. They're so hard.
On me it looks easy.
Really? Were there any people mentioned in the book like explorers, leaders, or everyday individuals who inspired you?
I forgot many of their names, but there were many.
Okay. And if you could ask the author one question about the book, what would it be?
Uh, I haven't thought about it, but I think so. That why didn't they put magnetic fields chapter into it?
Okay. Has reading this book changed you in a certain way?
It hasn't changed me so much, but it has given me some information about many things.
And
Which some
can you share one more interesting fact because I really liked the case study you talked about.
I think I haven't read many topics, but then I think what another interesting fact is there. I think there was a mount. Yeah, I got his name. There was a volcano which erupts a lot, like it's never dormant, and the place where the most active volcanoes are, I think, at the I forgot the mountain place, but I can like I found how this was the case study.
Okay,
I'm
that's
just thinking about the mountain and the place name. But it was somewhat like I forgot its name, but I still know it a lot.
all
Uh,
right.
but there's many interesting facts in it.
Okay. And after reading about different places in the book, is there a specific country or region you would like to visit one day?
Hmm. I want to see Alaska.
I was thinking that. I knew it. Okay. And maps are an important part of geography. Do you have a favorite map from the book?
I think I like that pipeline of that where they carry oil from the. There's a place in Alaska called Dead Horse. I don't know why it got the name. So it, I think, is from there that pipeline goes to that port where that case study starts. So that's I want to say a lot.
Okay. And if you had to teach a geography lesson to your friends based on whatever you learned from the book, what would you focus on and how would you make the lesson fun?
I haven't thought about that.
But if you were going to teach something to your friends about this book, what would it be about?
Plate tectonics.
Okay. And how would you make it fun so that they understand and they don't get
Mm,
bored?
I'll give the interesting topics in the book.
Okay. That would be interesting. So we're almost done with this podcast. I We have a ritual in this podcast where every guest writes a question for the next guest. And I have a question for you from Somesh. He's asking if you were a footballer, what team would you choose?
Barcelona.
Okay. I don't know anything, but all right. Um, Thank you so much, Muktesh. I had so much fun talking books with you. Thank you.
Bye.
Time to close the book, but don't worry, the stories really never end. Until our next adventure together, remember to keep your imaginations fueled, your laughter contagious, and your bookmarks handy. Until next time, it's me, Anna Lilani, closing the BTB book for this week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.